It was so easy to be basic. That's how we're starting today, because we are acknowledging how easy it has been for all of us to skate by on basic economics, basic mechanics, basic operands. My goodness. I just sat here and I really processed reality before I opened up the channel for you today. And what flew in at me slapped me straight in the face, and I said, oh, hell no. That's how we're starting, yeah. Oh, you're going to bully me like that, Divine? Oh, Jesus came in, slapped me upside the head, said, it has been so easy being basic. Because now I realise what it really means to evolve. Now I know what it means to really put the work in, to go above and beyond, to ascend. Many of us on the call today, welcome in, get comfortable. We've been ascending. We've been evolving. We've consciously taken in so much data and intelligence, but we haven't really shared that to our third and fourth parties. We haven't integrated that into our new nodes and systems. We haven't integrated that into the new service provider. Our computer systems, the supercomputer, the qubit, the code, the TPS, the shards and nodes have not been updated in line with the evolution we have taken, with the knowledge we have now accrued. So it's about time we start recoding, realigning, leveling up. I'm going to put the O1 in the description box below so you can go and watch that as well. Let us deep dive. You are launching off into the light. Your destiny is incredibly bright because there is a lot of money that is committed to you. Woo! There is a lot of money that is committed to you, that is destined to keep growing and getting lighter and lighter. You ever had so much money, it becomes more and more light ethereally? I'm talking about ethereal currency that is now rising up above your head. That's the vision I'm getting. Normally, people get money and it goes into a bag and it weighs you down. Where am I going to put this? Where am I going to store this? How am I going to avoid tax on this? How do I exchange this? What bank should I put it in? Is there even a bank that can manage this level of currency? How much should I trade? How much should I invest? How much for this? How much the gas fees on this? I've got money everywhere. I've got all these wallets. I've got gold. I've got silver. I've got the whole shebang. I've got stocks. I've got shares. I've got commodities. Oh my goodness. ETFs, securities, BlackRock, everything you could imagine. We got it going on. It's going down. It's going down, right? It's going down. So with that, it's not going down at all. It's going up. Your money is rising up. It's like every now and then when I'm in meditation, I'm doing, to be honest, every now and then when I'm playing around, I do a little McGregor, hands to the left, hands to the right, and I always envision fireballs in my hands. This is me in between meditation but also being an idiot and being comedic, and I start doing this stupid little McGregor thing that I do, and like left hand, right hand, and then I'm jiggling my hands like they're both on fire and there's balls of chi in my hand, like I act like I've got fire powers. I do it all the time. Now I'm telling you my awkward superhero fetishes, but that's the truth. Every now and then my hands are just full of fire and I just got to put them out and flip them out like, you want to take me on, motherfucker? Fire to the left, fire to the right, let's go, right? That's kind of my energy sometimes. And then, I'm not going to say that I do the McGregor walk, but let's say I didn't say it and then I do the McGregor walk. It is what it is. In the now moment, I just walk around with fire hands doing the McGregor walk. It's healing therapy for me now and then when I've done something amazing and I've done an amazing piece of code or something. I'm like, hell yeah, let's go. McGregor, fire. Light me up, you know. So it's but in this ideology, the fire is smoking, and the smoke from it is actually fairy dust, stardust, and every single one is a different currency, and that currency is rising up towards the Kármán line. How about that? It's the truth. Absolute love needs to come from you now, communication-wise. You need to speak with clarity and truth. Love and money is here. And love, money, commitment, and light is here. More money's coming out, yeah. Okay, listen up. Listen up, this is great. You got a lot of money on the ground, you got a lot of money around you, okay? The truth of the matter is, maybe in the past, before we got to this point in our careers, this consciousness in our mind, we were worried about the layering of our money, the net worth that we have, the money that we have, the assets that we have, or how we're going to carry them up to the new world, how we're shifting. I'm going to talk as I would talk, you either do or don't get me, okay? I can't change my verbiage just to get views or traction. These readings really relate to me and my ascension and the collective I'm calling in. So if you receive, tap the like, you know I'm talking, and you want to share more, hit the comments. Otherwise, we move independently over here with that one view from me every now and then, because that's the truth for me, right? Got to speak truth all the damn time. So in line with that, I'm looking at money all around the place. How do I lift that up? How do I lift that up? We're understanding the rate of exchange. We're understanding what net worth is. We're understanding true wealth and abundance, money. This includes kids, life, family, relationships, every aspect of what we will refer to as ecological well-being. Please go and Google that, and please look at the scope of ecological well-being and understand that is what true wealth is. That is what true net is. And if your life has got a coverage of ecological well-being, and you're understanding the degrees of freedom that you have within that ecological well-being, how much can you move left and right? How well does your life account for all of those things that account for ecological well-being? Then you can understand how much you can move, how much you can evolve, how much you can achieve in this lifetime. Then you can set smart goals for the year, smart goals for your 10-year plan, smart goals for the next 6 months, smart goals per quarter, per moon phase, yeah? You're evolving, you're bossing up. And it makes me want to talk about the boss moves under the moon. What I realized when I made the boss moves under the moon, boss moves under the moon, which is in my Radical Self-Love publication, available through Google Drive. I'll link it below. What's so fascinating about that, and what I should share with you guys now, we've evolved massively since that release in 2022, is that's one construct. As a researcher studying the quantum, what I will say is the moon phase is one cycle. The world, 365 days, another cycle. 12 months, another cycle. 24 hours on the clock, another cycle, right? 10-year plans, quarterly plans, every 3 months, another cycle. So when I teach the moon phase, that is just one molecular structure of approach. We could apply that to the quarter. We could apply that to the months of the year. We could apply that to any construct we choose for the Fibonacci, the shard, yeah, the contortion, the polymerization of life is available in all things. This is very comprehensive stuff we're talking about. We're talking about the ideology of sacred geometry coming alive, the ideology of why we all do what we do. I speak quite lengthily in the past about COVID and why it was here, because it had to pave the way for the 2-meter evolution of the human. We're going to AI, and we're going to VR, and we're going to the freedom and movement of bodies differently across space and time, along with GNSS, PNT, out beyond the sky, satellites linking up with the human in new molecular ways. Then we need to make sure we can get a real test subject, understand the viability of the product. Listen, the viability of the product. We're outing secret and why propaganda happens. COVID was nothing but a government initiative, not only to reduce numbers on the planet, people, but secondly to scale new world tech, the fourth industrial revolution, and how the humans were going to be plotted, along with consensuses of how many people live in the home, how many people are working, who's the most essential on the front line. All the people that weren't working during COVID and weren't a key worker in the future more than likely won't really be working again, because AI is going to run all of the jobs. Everything that's coming in the future, AI, tech, the 2-meter space between people, that's how we've got the space we're going to need for our self-driving cars to go. That's what we're going to need for the new tech that's coming out that needs 2 meters to open up the holographic sphere for the gravity drives, for you to see and govern your own tech in the space. Your own ecosystem from micro to chrono coming out of you in a holographic sphere available for you to view, that's going to come online as well. But you need 2 meters. They're all the things that have happened in and around the world over the last 4 or 5 years since COVID 2019 was the shift in reality. Breaking news. This ain't a joke. This ain't conspiracy. This is truth. This is Project Her. This is Project Not Revealed. This is Project Top Secret Classified. Ain't no one gonna tell you. This is declassified her intelligence, classified the rest of the world intelligence. They'll let us know about this in 20 years from now, that the COVID was really something very different, which it indeed was. A scaling system for the new world. Glad it's done because I can fit right in here with my Hertech. Amazing, let's go, baby. We're all about to make money because a lot of us who are here and conscious enough to watch this content, you know what I'm talking about? Who the fuck are you? And why the fuck are you here listening to me 10 minutes in? That means you're fucking intellectual. That means you're smart. That means you're switched on. That means you need to hit like and you need to keep moving along the evolution of this. Yeah? Understand your ascent, understand destiny, understand our roles as we evolve. How many more people do you know that talk like me and you? Where is our community? Is it evolving? When this comes out, how many views will it have? How many of us are there? I do desire to know, but I don't desire to change my approach to conform to a ideology of clickbait. Try it now and then still doesn't work, so we're going to stick with the original element of being that alien in the space. With that space and time consciousness that will eventually find the others who are too aligned. Money's here, that's all we need at the end of the day, because the money is what? The truest form of liberation. The truest value of time. Liberation is also here. We've got to speak on that money. We've got to speak on the message. I came from a place of being a shaman. Money was the least of my concern. So what people may not understand about me moving forward, which is worth bringing to the forefront now, and hopefully for all of you guys, I speak about money with excitement and somewhat an air of arrogance, egotism, whatever you want to call it, because finally, I understand the econo. Finally, I understand the monetary economics. Finally, I understand centralized currency. I understand the central digital bank. I understand BRIC, de-dollarization, triffing, the multivariance across the seas of money and its mechanics, and that is rewarding, and that is what we said at the beginning, isn't it? We spoke about how easy it was to be basic. I didn't love money. I didn't desire money because being basic was easy. I didn't need it. I didn't need to take on the burden because money attracts demons. Money attracts dark triad. Money inflates the ego. Money gives people a warped sense of self. So it was always healthier and wiser for me to sit in a place that was money free. That's deeply integrated in my sense of self now. So even when I come over here and I talk money, and I hope this transcends, I'm going to do a lot more healthy money talk and just understand the variance of this, because I want people to know we can be money egoic, money driven. Currently right now on Twitter, my pronouns are every single currency we can possibly gather from around the world, because I'm celebrating and bathing in the ideology of currency and finance and wealth and abundance. For such a long time I deprived myself of such excellence, such desire, such knowledge, such liberation. Let's nurture money. Let's put love into the currency and into the coin, because we don't need to choose between love and money. We can love money so deeply from a place of integrity, from a place of moral responsibility. Give me money, give me more and more. Oh, more money's flying out of me and rising up all around me. I best do my due diligence. There's money everywhere, you say? Everyone has money, everyone needs a banking structure, everyone needs better tokenized consensus, everybody needs some financial system of validity. Well, let me do my due diligence. Let me take on moral responsibility and integrity and respect in service to the human, in service to human flourishing. Let's all flourish, shall we? Dearie me, thank God I came from the shamanic heart that taught me How to really value the human before I put money above it. Because now I can truly look at money and think, let me integrate you into the truest, purest essence of human existence. Because we all deserve money and we all deserve riches in a clean way that is free from gluttony and greed and fraud. For we like money and we all deserve to use it in healthy ways that is not corrupt from the top down or the bottom up. How about that? For luxury, yeah? Would you like more luxury in your life? Do we all deserve luxury in our lives? We all need to study more. I'm going to link the monetary economics page down here too as well for you guys, okay? Check out the description. Now, we're diving deeper and we're looking at justice. The mask is off, the lies have gone, the liars have gone. The deceitful, the dishonest, whether that was elements within you, we lie to ourselves quite frequently on the journey until we are strong enough to accept who we truly are. Either way, justice is here and the lies are gone. Mask in relationship are gone as well. Okay, what I see is people claiming to have more money than they do. Yeah? People at the top of the chain can do this all the time. Trump is a professional at this. He acts like he has more money than he does. Not from a negative standpoint, but ego is a real thing. Sometimes owning your net worth is incredibly important. When I started the social media versus reality research project, I was already homeless living with my cousin in one of her spare rooms. But it was really, really difficult because I was still pushing forward. And on social media, you have to show up a certain way. So I didn't have the money. It was obvious I didn't have the money. But inside my mind, I had to keep inflating that sense of self. Yeah? I'm broke. Clearly I'm broke. I'm living with my cousin in her back room. It's not great. But it's something. And I have to keep on going. But the truth of the matter is, when we lie to ourselves and we don't own the full current of our reality, so I've got money in savings, so I've got a bit of money here and there. Clearly haven't got enough to have my own house yet. So maybe I should consider that more. But that wasn't a priority. And that was the right choice for me at the time. Because the research has led me here and the research was compulsory. I couldn't back down on the destined path. But we've got to look at having more morals and taking a lot more moral responsibility of our standing in life. That's how we really evolve and grow. It's about being grounded in our truth, because when we talk about emotions, we often talk about crying and it being a heavier situation. But have you ever thought about the emotions we suppress? Men do this a lot. If Trump decided to openly own his finances and put that on the public ledger across the board, and his net worth was out and everyone was laughing and talking about it, and the reality that he really fell off and was really broke hit him publicly, he would be damaged emotionally. That would be a stun, paralyzed, confused moment in Pokemon, right? He wouldn't feel great. No one would feel great. Men have to uphold, frequently men and powerful women have to uphold this ideology of I've got enough money, I'm well off, always trying to give off this issue, that they've got no issue. The thing that breaks my heart most in the black community, feel free to refer to any other race, but I'm going to refer to my race and own the reality of what I've seen in pursuit of black well-being. Black people, in my opinion, are one of the worst to stunt like they have something when they don't. And that is because a lot of the time we don't have enough monetary economics, enough econophysics to know any better. Because if we've coming from the ghetto, we're coming from council estates, we're coming from not even trying to move beyond a council house, not trying to get a mortgage, not going to study at any level, a lot less black people. I was going to say men, but I haven't got the direct statistics on that. But a lot more black boys do not go to college because of zombie knife, postcode wars, beef and drama, who they're going to meet there. Everyone has fallen off of that education line as well. More female black women do, but it's still underprivileged in that sense. And but they will do whatever they can to make money. And then they're spending their money on what? Chains, diamonds, Gucci, Burberry, Prada, expensive dinners. You're still living in a council property. You have no savings. You have no stable bank account because your money's probably not even clean enough to put it in a bank account. And you're either using credit cards. You have no real job or stable grounding. You're hustling on the streets, but you're wearing £500 jumpers and Rolex and trainers that are worth grands. But really, you've got no money and you're struggling. You're living on benefits. Your family's living on benefits. You're living in a 1-bedroom flat, 2-bedroom flat. You're all living in a really hard up place, but you're using your trap money to live off. It's a sad cycle in the community, and it just perpetuates over and over again. Crime, low socio-economic backgrounds, more people growing up in struggle and poverty and unable to break the curse that we put on ourselves. No way to get out of it and ever make any real money that's clean. That's what the government benefit from, keeping you down and trapped. Then we start killing each other for drugs and guns and rings and gold and whatever we can. It's awful. It's heartbreaking. Happens in so many different ways in so many different communities as well. White community, same situation. Low socio-economic, white people on council estates, same situation in the social housing structure. Same with Asians now. A lot more Asians coming through, Pakistani, going through the same thing. All right? Seen it all. Yeah? Know these people grew up in the same situation. And it dawns on me, whoa, I've stepped out of this reality and now I've awakened and oh my gosh, I wish everyone knew what I knew. I wish everyone's seen what I've seen, because we need to start studying. We need to start learning something. Especially the saddest thing about this now is everyone in that community living this way, they haven't seen the future of policing, crime, the way that AI is going to manage crime in the future and manage any catfish, online fraud, criminality, criminal activity. No one's going to have space to breathe. Not a chance in hell. Any crime that's happened now as well, it can be backdated and scanned. The AI is going to be able to scan your past, scan your last whereabouts easily. So any person, and scan your body, carrying a knife, carrying a gun, carrying weapons, you done this back then, your car, your vehicle, we can scan you all over the place, CCTV, find you in seconds, do a lot more stuff. They've asked everyone to hand in their zombie knives now as well, to get it out of the way. Because what's going to happen over the next year, 2025, definitely 2026, fuck, by 2027, anyone carrying, we're going to see you straight away. We can see you straight through the camera. The CCTV could do a whole body radius style heat scan. Find if you've got metal. We can see through a fucking CCTV, through the different categories of layering of lighting and then infrared and all that kind of stuff, whether or not you've got a firearm on you. Whether or not you're carrying, what you've got, how many guns, how many knives you've got. So anyone thinking that's the way to go, they're going to be blocked. More and more people are going to be out of jobs. More and more people not going to be able to trap. Look straight for your house, see what you've got going on, see how many people's in the kitchen cooking crack. How many people's doing this. Money, yeah? Money have a specific kind of coding on it as well. The way we would look at money, find dirty money, find clean money. Anyone out here who's choosing to be dirty right now, shift in the world. That's why, and the world's also getting ready over the next 2 years to really open a lot more prisons, because everyone's just going to get slammed in. Prison sentences are changing as well. The outlook for everyone else who isn't clean right now is really bad. And I've tried to be really, really forthright and upfront with every single person, going, guys, the future's not going to look how you think it's going to look. So I really hope that you all awaken. And I say that as coming from the hood, coming from the ghetto, living in council housing, growing up struggling, never doing anything illegal, but knowing the culture incredibly well. My dad was in prison most of my life, right? So it's about breaking free of what you've been grown in. And obviously Captain Save-A-Ho is not here today. I'm not here to save anybody else. Tried that for multiple years. Now we move and pray that the rest will find their way into the light on their own way. But my light is my own and I refuse to sacrifice it for anyone else. And that is how we should all behave, right? The light is opening up. The money portals are opening up for us because we chose to do the right thing and we chose to walk the right path. And we didn't choose fraud and criminality. We chose to live clean lives, make clean money. So we can now cling with our clean coin, because we deserve to cling because we haven't been clinging to criminality. right? Different strokes for different folks. Karma's going to hit the world really heavy, and you are very lucky, as am I, that we chose the right side long ago, because we are indeed the light triad, you know? Powerful doesn't mean we don't have darker traits, but it doesn't mean we don't run from them. We own the reality of it. I am not always positive. I am not the best reader of love and light on the platform. I don't even claim to be. I'm very different. I've got a darker side in me because I've been surrounded by dark triad. I was raised in dark triad. Decided to become the hermit, to shield myself and go into my Pokeball to avoid the dark triad. Now I rise up as the light that I deserve to be, that I have long been. Making sure I stay away from the left and right of destruction that continually to fall in my wake, right? We're evolving, guys. That's for you as well. I'm talking to a lot of people that have come from a really toxic background, a really toxic upbringing, surrounded by people in business that were corrupt, fraudulent, dishonest. There were layers of climbing out of wherever you've come from. I always used to refer to crabs in a bucket, yeah? What do crabs do when they're in a bucket and they're trying to get out to freedom? They climb on top of each other, they're clawing each other, they're clobbering on top of each other. No order, no function, absolute chaos. I'm gonna die, get me out the bucket. That's what life's like in the hood. That's what it's like in the ghetto. That's why there's zombie knives and shankings and all the stuff that's going on. It's sad. But you've got to be smart enough to see through it and choose something better for your life. And to me, as well, people can easily go, so let's own this reality. Oh, but you're a girl, it's easy for you. You chose the right path, you've done the right thing. I could have chose the wrong path. All my life, growing up with everyone else in the hood that I know done corrupt shit, lived their life, not a rat, not talking on no one, don't need to, yeah? My dad's history will talk for itself, yeah? It's out there. Life's been shit for me from the start of time, but I've been walking clean. I could have went into corruption. I could have went into fraud. I could have went into drugs. I could have went anywhere that was illegal. But I stood in the middle of my own ecosystem and chose to walk the right step. Difficult. Because every step of the way you're still getting coerced. You're still getting encouraged to do the wrong thing, to go this way, to get involved in that, to get involved in that. Anyone at any time will try and groom you into the community. This happens for all of us. I'm talking about my hood upbringing, but what about that company you work for? That project you agreed to do? That entrepreneur community that you joined? Corrupt, fraud, scamming, set up all over the place. Because if they were any better than you, while you were trying to better yourself, they would have been out of it and better than you. So when you realise you're trying to better yourself in this circle, you're trying to better yourself in that ecosystem, don't be fooled. That's what I learned. Don't be fooled or blind enough to believe that the person leading this talk, this seminar, this session, this event, me too, is any better than you or above you to any calibre, because they're in the same position here. They're leading the talk, they're having the conversation, but they're relying on you to sign on and pay. They're relying on you to lift them up. They're relying on you to fill the seats. And you're relying on them to do what for you? They need you just as much as you need them. And if they can't say that to you through like attracts like, then they're scamming, they're misleading, they're misjudging you. Yeah? This is what we're going to get a lot more in relation to these coins as well. Do you know how many entrepreneur situations I've been in where people need you to come because you're paying for their service? They need you. But they're selling you something they haven't got, because if they had it, they would be up there with the big boys making the big bucks. They're talking to you down here because they haven't got anything. And actually, some people's dream is to give to people on this level and vibration, so it's hard. Because I'm out here trying to find the other people that are also like me. So it's a give and take. But you've got to understand, when someone inflates their sense of self beyond measure, not only do they believe that, I believe I'm amazing, I'm going to own that, so scrap me off that list. I'm inflated as fuck because I am that bitch. But there's a line of acting like your net worth's this, acting like you have this to give, selling this product for this amount of price, when in reality you can't produce that. I've been charged big boy bucks, basically, given a prospectus for an event, paid for it, and it was not the event at all. everything they sold me for the price they sold it back to me. They then offered me a refund before the event, and when I showed up to the event, oh my god, the event was worth 10p. But you charged me near enough £1,000 for the event. And then you realise that your scam was wrong and that you were scheming me out of shit. So you give me back my money. I only pay in the end 25 quid for what you swindled out of me through your con artist talking, and nearly charged me £1,000. And you couldn't even follow through with doing anything like that. And fair enough, we do different stuffs in pre-sale, but no. You're robbing people. I've seen sessions and services run for grands and grands and grands, entrepreneurial schemes that do this, I'll help you do that. You're not going to achieve that outcome you're claiming. You can't guarantee that output. You can't guarantee algorithm success and SEO output. You can improve someone's SEO. You can improve someone's business model or plan, but you can't guarantee what you're claiming you can guarantee. Now you're getting sued for that. Yeah? Layers and layers of this shit throughout space and time, in everyone else's business, in everyone else's life. This is where we take the shit off of our shoulders, and we take off this hero complex, and we go, let me save myself first. Let me save myself the fucking embarrassment for even pretending that I'm more inflated financially than I am, because I will eventually fall on my sword, and I will slap myself in the face, and it's going to be incredibly embarrassing and humiliating when the world realizes I haven't got as much money as I claim to have. Let's use an example. We've already used Trump as a high-end example, who now is clutching to the public purse to save his own Bitcoin wallets in the future, because he wants to flood the sector, flood the public purse, the US purse, with BTC, so that way his own BTC has more leverage in society now. He can claim that's for the US all he wants, but he knows what he's doing because he's already got previous for it on how many 34 charges of hush money using these kind of accounts to inflate his own nets. Now he can actually inflate his nets through volatility with large inputs into the BTC. Let's talk about Andrew Tate on that note. Every now and then Andrew Tate screams he's got no money, screams he's deliberately put himself in a position where he's got no money whatsoever and he's not making anything, so no one can take it. But then again, he's screaming daddy, and he's screaming send me this much, send me that much. His behaviour on Twitter and his promotions and sales, the way that he's demanding money from his users, the way... and feeding that money into the system, you're like, well, you're saying you're broke. You're saying you've got nothing. Then I'm going to give this much money to this person. I'm going to give this. It's all a placebo effect. It's all image. It's all ego. It's all misogynistic, narcissistic. I want to be the best. It's all fucking dark triad. Because you're broke, really. You're struggling. Romania already took chunks of your money once already. You said, clearly, I've got no money. I've given it all away. I can't even get hold of my Bugattis. I'm struggling with this. I'm struggling with that. But then hold on. Now you're pushing engenders, you're pushing protein shakes to be the greatest in the world and the purest in the world, overselling that shit. You're fucking begging for daddy, wearing daddy t-shirts to the fucking courthouse for extra promotion. You're thirsty, you're struggling, that's okay. Someone who knows econo-physics and truly has studied monetary economics, and who should probably sit their mouth, and who desires to shut their mouth and sit in the background and do nothing but be a researcher that feeds the knowledge forward, is now out on the front line speaking, because ain't no one else saying shit. So my destiny is to hopefully remain silent as fuck, but in the back end, screaming to the right people so they can take the right fucking actions, because these actors are fucking dirty in the space. And we're tired of dark triad. Absolutely exhausted by it. Raised in the fucking dark. I'm not taking it anymore. We're out. I've been clean all my fucking life. I'm not standing around in more darkness. Goodbye. Adios, amigo. Fuck off. How about that? Yeah? And do you see the reality of that? Fuck off. How about that? But I'm still light. I'm still light. Because you know what happens when you act light and you don't talk like that? You act light without any resonance to your dark vibration. You get taken for a prick. You get taken for a pussy. You get robbed. They steal your shit. They snake you. They set you up. They ruin your lives again and again. That's why I'm like this now. Because I'm not scared to look into the eye of darkness and let my light penetrate outwards through that vibration. Because I can't sit around and let the dark win in a situation like this. The new world requires us to stand in the light and be powerful. Damn. Feeling radical over here today, guys. Minus the radicalism, please. My goodness. But there is a thin line, and I stand for truth, clarity. And do you know what I will say, and what we must realise here is the more that I amp up and act this way, and it horrifies me, who I feel like I'm becoming in this pursuit. It makes me realise, whoa, if you are counting and fighting for the light in this vibration, with this radius towards the darkness, imagine how dark the dark are in secret. Imagine how dark the dark web really is now if I'm claiming to be namaste and love and light and I'm showing up like this. Ooh. That's all you need to know. That is all you will ever need to know. Trust my energy. See my verbiage, see how I talk, see how I behave, see my facial expression that you can't even see now. Just imagine my nasty, twist up, rude girl face from the hood talking to you now like this. Because that's a true reflection of how dark they are in the polarity. If I've got to be this light yet this dark, imagine what we're up against. Imagine. Top down, bottom up ain't a joke. Fraud ain't a joke to me. Crime ain't a joke to me. Corruption ain't a joke to me. So when everyone else as well disrespects government, not me, not going to catch me slipping disrespecting government, because actually at the end of the day there's a lot of dirty actors right now that would desire to tear down the government. And God forbid I stand by and watch government fall, because if we do, apocalypse will be real and the world will be ruined. Government need our support more than ever. Government need clean agency. Government need entrepreneurs building their own systems who are not afraid to align with government, to share their findings, their business developments, and work, not necessarily work for government, but understand that the government institutions and the structures that are already made, the systems that are in place, could be better supported by innovators like us, because the government will fall without us using our New Age initiative and our money to power the government forward. Improve infrastructure. Infrastructure is government. Centralization, especially now it's becoming more decentralized, because we can be decentralized pockets of government or central pockets of decentralization within and without, between groups, within and without. That's a scientific experimental kind of approach, right? Between groups, all of that kind of different research approaches we can take, right? Government over here is an ally. Every single person that isn't corrupt is an ally now, because we need safe passage. And there are going to be people that try and bomb, blow up, cyber attack, destroy these places that are going to keep our servers going. Because if people can hack ATMs and people's houses, different government departments, then what they're going to do, they're going to rob all our data, all of our addresses, all of our network, understand all of our networks, all of our money, all of our computer systems. So we have to help government be strong enough to fight this, because war's coming from multiple different angles. Not only is the left getting more leftist, in regards to the hippies and tree huggers where I come from, they're getting far, far, far away from this. And on the right, the ones that are actually fighting in regards to different races and community groups that are now fighting against each other, plus the most radical of the kind, they're far right. They're actually ready to and prepared to do whatever they can to destroy government. Really destroy government. That's what their wish, right? And that's different to the left, because the left is just staying out the way, going to their really closed off places, having no money, living on benefits, being broke, homeless communities and hubs and ecosystems, just all developing, everyone living hippie and totally off grid, and then everyone else who is designed to destroy the grid, and then everyone else who's kind of wavering in between the two. And everyone's going to get dragged back and forth between the two with all this propaganda and public agenda, and they're going to push you into places where you've got to agree or deny or vote or do whatever. But there's going to be a lot more destruction in the future, especially when more robots come in, more AI comes in, more money. The money shift is mental. The money that's coming in line with the warp generation and where we're going epically forward, is we're going to really start seeing the fucking fine line, the cutting away from old world current and new world current, the max cap, the money that's coming in, so much more money than we've ever had before on this planet in our lifetime. In my opinion, through reading history of finance, or from my own version of it anyway, there's been a lot more money in the past. For some reason, I always go back to the 60s but then also the 16th century, there was a situation, stuff that's gone on that's shifted the understanding of money and the mechanics of money, that's put us in the place where we're at today, where we see money as only at £1 billion, $1 billion for the individual net of the richest people in the world. But that's not quite true, and there's a lot of things wavering in between the shifts of the old systems and the new systems, and the big economic boom is destined, and it is coming, and a lot of us have been seeing it. A lot of us have known about the new world for a long time. A lot of us have known about currency, monetary economics for a long time. A lot of us know about pseudoscience, conspiracy, money, net worth. A lot of us have had visions, thoughts, prophecy, been building stuff, right? So at the end of the day, we are the collective that is choosing to be the light triad and stand up and be a pillar of positivity. Go and look at the pillars of human flourishing, the pillars of positive psychology, because we're radical about self-love out here. And I have a whole evolving institution around prevent duty, preventing radicalization, preventing harm, preventing dark negative triad actors, preventing cyber issues, preventing fraud, preventing all of these awful situations that are set to play out online, right? And that comes from all of us being vigilant and open and receptive to understanding the difference between positive and negative, good and bad, the outlooks, standing on your morals. It's time to be moral. It's time to have morality. It's time to be on the right side of the line. Please, people, choose health, choose wholeness, choose love, choose oneness, choose not to be destructive, choose not to be dark, choose to align to people that are also on your same mission. So many people I know, right, that they're not like me. They don't have the same beliefs, they're opinionated, they do different stuff than me, but their morals are the same. They would never commit a crime. They would never go into violence. They would never do anything dark and demonic. The same thing I share that shows you that we are kin and aligned. I believe in human flourishing. I believe in positive psychology. And the truth of the matter is, that's when you really look around and you go, wait, so do the government though. Not every government is positive. And police, there's a lot of corruption in the metropolitan police. In every single sector, there's corruption. But when you look at the systems and the operands and the research and what people are really trying to do, and whether you like the different parties within government or not, who is really designed to support human flourishing? That means they want us to flourish here so that the earth can flourish. Find them people and stay close to them. That's all you can do, because that's the truest descent. That's the most safest way to go, especially at a time like this. Okay? I'll be back soon with more. Enjoy your money that's coming in and your money dreams. Follow your dreams. Do what you got to do, because you're clearly aligned to truth and morality. And as a result, finances will evolve for you in the right way. Healthy currency, please. Love and light.